This is a DGHradio.com news and information weather review.
All right, let's get right into it. We are tracking a serious developing situation down in the Caribbean Sea. It's called Tropical Storm Melissa, and you're going to want to pay close attention to this one.
Look, the most important message I can give you right now is that this system is a major threat. We're looking at a storm that has some serious potential to become incredibly powerful over the next few days.
And this, right here, is why everyone is on high alert. This is a direct quote from the National Hurricane Center, and you know, they don't use a phrase like major hurricane unless they mean it. That means this thing is expected to pack winds strong enough to cause devastating, truly life-altering damage. So yeah, everyone in the region needs to be watching this like a hawk.
So what's Melissa up to right now? Let's take a look at the latest numbers from the 8 a.m. advisory to get a snapshot.
Okay, this table gives us the storm's current vitals, but the number I really want you to focus on is its movement, just 5 miles per hour. That is incredibly slow. You know, a slow-moving storm is a huge problem. It's like an unwelcome guest that just won't leave. It has so much more time to just sit there and dump rain and batter areas with wind. That makes the threat of flooding and damage so much worse.
Right now, Melissa is a tropical storm, but the forecast shows it's about to move into a perfect environment to fuel its growth. You can pretty much think of it like adding gasoline to a fire.
And this timeline really shows the dramatic growth that forecasters are expecting. See, right now, the storm's fighting against something called wind shear. It's basically these crosswinds high up in the atmosphere that are trying to tear it apart. But as it moves, that shear is going to weaken, and this storm is expected to undergo what we call rapid intensification. And that's exactly what it sounds like. The storm's wind speeds just explode in a really short amount of time, potentially taking this all the way to a powerful Category 4 hurricane by early next week.
So here's the crucial point. While we're pretty confident this storm is going to get a lot stronger, there is a ton of uncertainty about exactly where it's going to go long term. And honestly, that's the biggest question mark we have right now.
And this slide, this is exactly why there's so much uncertainty. We're looking at two of the world's most reliable weather models showing very different possible paths. You've got the American GFS model taking the storm one way, while the European and Google DeepMind models are suggesting a totally different path. When the top models disagree like this, it basically means everyone in the Central Caribbean, from Jamaica and Cuba all the way over to Hispaniola, has to be prepared for a potential impact.
Okay, so what does this threat really mean in practical terms? Let's break down the specific hazards and the official alerts that are already in effect. It is absolutely vital that you understand what these terms mean. A hurricane watch is now in effect for Jamaica and the southwestern peninsula of Haiti. Think of that as your 48-hour heads up to get ready. Then you have a tropical storm warning, also active for Jamaica, which means those winds are expected to arrive even sooner.
Remember how slow this storm is moving? Well, because of that, the biggest threat for many people is going to be a long, drawn-out period of extremely heavy rain. This is not a system that's just going to blow through quickly. It's going to sit and dump an incredible amount of water, and that leads to a very serious risk of flash floods and landslides. And to put that into perspective, we are talking about 5 to 10 inches of rain across huge areas through Sunday. And some spots could see even more than that. That is a tremendous amount of water that can easily overwhelm drainage systems and trigger really dangerous flash floods.
Of course, there's the wind. The threat of damaging winds is going to ramp up significantly as the storm gets stronger over the weekend. And again, because it's so slow, some areas could be battered by these strong winds for a day, maybe even longer. That puts a huge, sustained strain on buildings, trees, and power lines.
And the impacts from this storm extend well beyond just wind and rain. Large swells are already creating dangerous surf and life-threatening rip currents. It goes without saying, all marine activities are becoming extremely dangerous. Even the outer bands are kicking up the lightning threat along the coasts.
Okay, so with all of this in mind, the most important question is, what should you be doing right now to stay safe? These are the critical actions that officials are recommending, and you should be taking them immediately. The time to prepare is now, not when the wind and rain are already lashing down. That phrase, rush preparations to completion, that's the key message right from the Hurricane Center.
So the key takeaway here is this. Tropical Storm Melissa is a serious and unpredictable storm. The situation is changing constantly. That means monitoring those official sources and having your plan ready to go is going to be absolutely crucial for everyone in its potential path over the next few days. Please stay safe out there.